The 11-1 Woodlands Highlanders squared off with the 7-5 Mesquite Skeeters here at Waco ISD Stadium. Third round playoff action. Let's go to the highlights. The Woodland Highlanders dug themselves a little hole early on against Mesquite. Punting into a 20-plus mile-per-hour wind proved to be a bit challenging for the Highlanders as the Skeeters began their drive just inside the 35-yard line. Mesquite's offense can be tough to stop when running back Junior Session takes direct snaps. Here he is fighting his way for a key first down at the 6-yard line. It worked so well, Mesquite would try it again as Session called his own number 2 and appeared to score a touchdown. But a flag would keep the points off the board. The Skeeters would stick with the same call but work the other side of the field, and Session put Mesquite up 6-0 when he crosses the goal line.
We had to deal with the wind today, and they got a short field on their first possession and scored with, I think, a 30-yard drive.
The Woodlands blocked the extra point, though, as Mesquite kicker Jose Salas can only watch as Colby Brown was off to the races trying to earn points for the Highlanders. But watch as Mesquite's number 31 sophomore defensive back Charles Grant never gives up on the play. He shows his speed and eventually brings Brown down just short of the goal line, preventing the Woodlands from picking up a couple of points. So with Mesquite up 6-0, the Woodlands started putting together a scoring drive to begin the second quarter. Highlanders quarterback Lance Miles calls his own number here and picks up a big chunk of yards. A couple of plays later, Miles hands the ball off to his quarterback counterpart, Cooper Woodyard, who also plays running back, and watch as he scampers into the end zone for the 20-yard touchdown run to tie the game up at 6. The extra point was good, and the Highlanders had a 1-point lead, 7-6. More special teams play by the Woodlands as sophomore Bailey Novak blocks Brandon Cantu's punt. The ball scoots downfield where Highlanders junior Mike C.R. Mitaro falls on the football deep inside Skeeter territory. But Mesquite's defense held strong, forcing 4th and goal, and that's when Cooper Woodyard took matters into his own hands and scored the touchdown. The extra point made it 14-6 Highlanders.
Cooper's our backup. Him and Lance, we're sharing time early, and he's a great athlete. We moved him to running back, and he does a great job carrying the football and pass protection.
The Woodlands were on the move again later in the second quarter, but this nice 17-yard touchdown run from quarterback Lance Miles is coming back thanks to a holding penalty on the Highlanders. Mesquite stiffened up defensively and forced a field goal, which was missed, and the Skeeters took over inside their own 25-yard line. The Highlanders defense also flexed their muscles. Good coverage downfield led to this sack by defensive end Garrett Hope on Skeeters quarterback Alex Cooper. The Skeeters would be forced to punt thanks in part to Garrett Hope's play, a move that was made earlier in the week to contain Cooper.
Well, going into the game, Garrett's an outside backer, and we felt like we were going to have to play a lot of nickel, and so we moved him to a defensive end, so to speak, so he could rush the passer, and we put an extra defensive back in the game, and he did a great job today putting pressure on the quarterback.
They moved me to defensive end at the beginning of the week, and they wanted me to just rush the outside and keep Mitchell Myers in the middle and kind of keep him contained in the backfield and keep him off the edges.
The Woodlands could not move the ball offensively and were forced to punt, but as this football sails downfield, watch as Mesquite return man Damian Gamblin makes the catch and uses a few blocks to break to the outside. Down the sideline he goes. Gamblin is rambling all the way inside the 15-yard line. But the Skeeters would have to settle for a field goal, and it was blocked. Big defensive stand again by the Highlanders. The Woodlands began to move the ball upfield as quarterback Lance Miles picks up about 15 yards here.
Lance is a tremendous player. I mean, he's a headsy player. He's smart. He makes good decisions. He gets us in good situations with all of his reads, and he's the kind of kid that he has gotten better every week. He was our backup quarterback last year, and this is his first start, as a senior. And each week he's gotten better. He's one of our team captains, and our kids rely on him for leadership, and he does a great job providing it. And we rely on him heavily to make good plays and to get us into good situations.
But on 4th and short, Mesquite was not fooled when quarterback Cooper Woodyard takes the ball up the middle and was met by Skeeter linebacker Jalen Montgomery for a loss. Mesquite took over once again in good field position, but the Highlander defense stood strong once again. The Woodlands linebacker Robbie Goldschmidt with the tackle to force a 3-and-out. The Woodlands was unable to do anything with their possession, but caught a break on this punt by Garrett Hope, who kicked the ball with the wind and got a friendly roll. watch as the football rolls all the way down to the Skeeter 4-yard line. The teams would switch sides as the quarter ended, with the Woodlands still up by 8, 14-6. The poor field position really cost Mesquite as Skeeter quarterback Alex Cooper is pressured once again by Hope, and that leads to an interception by Mitchell Myers, who sets up the Highlanders offense with great field position.
My coach believes in me, and I believe in myself. I believe in all my defense players, and I think we had a good pass rush this game.
We know our defense doesn't give up a lot of points. We're confident that we have one of the best defenses in the state. So we knew after that first touchdown they scored that our defense was going to find it, and they were gonna do their thing, and all we had to do was put up some points and take care of the football.
Following a Lance Miles run to the 1-yard line, the Woodlands would end up settling for a field goal against the wind, making it 17-6 Highlanders. The Skeeters were on the move again when Cooper was sacked by Highlander defensive end Garrett Hope. Mesquite was facing 4th and 2 near midfield and decided to go for it midway through the fourth quarter. Cooper's pass sails on him just past the outreach arms of Rashard Higgins. Needing to run the clock, the Woodlands puts together a nice drive. Randy Cooper takes the handoff and picks up some good yardage. Cooper Woodyard got the call again for the game's final touchdown. The Highlanders went on to win 24-6 as their head coach Mark Schmidt advances to the 4th round, the furthest he has ever taken the Woodlands in the postseason.
I'll tell you what, it's perfect right now. I'll take a Gatorade bath next week too if we get a win.
There's nothing like playoffs, and there's nothing like playing in December. So we in off season, our motto's been all in. We're gonna do everything we can to play in December and go far into playoffs, and we're on to that next step, round 4.
This is a great win for our school and our community. There's a lot of excitement, going on in the Woodlands, and we're just happy to be able to be a part of it.
Once again, your final score, 24-6. The Woodlands Highlanders defeat the Mesquite Skeeters. That's 3 down and 3 to go, as Mark Schmidt, the head coach of the Woodlands Highlanders, puts it. But they're not satisfied just yet. There's more winning to take care of. Here in Waco, Jeff Power, Max Prep Sports, your leader in online sports coverage.